when you lay the two collars out, you'll note as per the pattern that the top collar is slightly bigger, slightly wider than the under collar. So make sure that when you are fusing the top or the bigger collar. Right? So fuse that. Fuse the two front facings. And for the moment, that's all we need to worry about. We also have to fuse the cuff, but we're not going to get to that this week. We're going to do next week or the week after. Okay, so now we are going to take, we're going to take the two identical shoulder yoke pattern pieces, right? And then we're going to take the body of the blouse, and here's the back panel of the blouse, and this is the seam that the yoke gets joined to. So what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich the yoke, or sandwich the blouse between the two layers of yoke. So the longer seam is the seam that we're joining. The seam with the cutout is the neckline, clearly. So we're going to take one layer, like that, and then we're going to take the second layer like this, and line up all those raw edges, all three of those raw edges, and stitch this seam at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. But in order to get it accurate, let's do pinning one at a time. 1/2 inch seam allowance. You'll notice that there are notches, sets of notches on that seam to line up. Not to overpin this first round. You just want to position it so that your lines are matching up. Alright, so I've pinned one layer of the yoke, and now on the other side, again, sandwiching the blouse between the two layers of yoke, line up the raw edges again. Stitch it at a 1/2 inch. You can back like that. It's a slightly curved seam, so just be aware of that as you're sewing it. Again, keeping all the edges together. At the end, back tack it. Now at this point you want to take it to the ironing board and you want to press both layers of the yoke up. Right? Now because you've got two layers, if you press one, the other layer undoubtedly is not going to fall correctly. So, or it's going to be, folded down. So you need to press one side, press it up, then turn it over, and then press the other side. All right. Also, when you are pressing this, because it is a curved seam to accommodate the roundness of the back, if you just lay it down flat on the board, it's going to do this, right? So you want to press it sort of at the edge of the board, and you're going to get a much smoother crease.